What's going on, traders? It's your boy Matt, back at you again with another trading recap video. Today's Monday. I was pretty excited. I was looking forward to it, but unfortunately today was a very slow day for me. Not a single trade came that was my A setup. I'm pretty sure a lot of people traded Snapchat Snap. It was pretty good for a lot of people. The first red day kind of setup, it went from 29 area to $44 per share in about 2 days. And today was the first red day pullback. A lot of people, I mean, it had a lot of volume. You could have gone any size you wanted to. I dabbled in a little bit. I didn't go bigger share size. I think I went in maybe 100 shares, 200 shares, maximum 300 shares I went in. The reason for that is it's not my A setup, so I didn't want to size in into this. But as you guys can see, I'm up only 200 bucks. I traded Snapchat. The first trade that I took was right here, thinking for the bounce of this support, pre-market support. I bought it, made about $46 on it, and then I traded the next trade that I took, and then I traded Snapchat twice, right here and right here, right here and right here. And then I traded Snapchat twice. I traded one there and I traded twice there, and I lost 100 bucks. But then I managed to short here and cover into this. You guys will be able to see how it went down in the live trading video. After that, the next one that I traded was MRIN. So this one here, this was the first trade that I took. Shorted there. As you guys can see, I took it again very quick. It went all the way down. I didn't go big size out. I think I went in about 300 shares or something like that. And then it came back into a halt. I sized in a little bit. I went in 600 shares, but it was really choppy. It didn't seem like it wasn't going to go anywhere, so ended up taking it out here. I think that pretty much was the trade today. You know, I lost $68 in AMRK aftermarket. I went long, and LRN I made $32 in GOD I made $18. So not a big trade for me today. None of them were my A setups. For that reason, I didn't want to go 1,000, 2,000 shares. Sized in, protect the gains. If you don't know the strategy, if it's not your A setup, don't size in, right? That would prevent you from, having a massive P&L swings. You don't want to be up 2,000 and then down 2,000, or up 5,000 and down 5,000, right? You want to keep your gains consistent, right? If you don't know the strategy, if you think the strategy is not an A setup for you, don't take it. I would have preferred, rather than taking those trades, I would have preferred not taking any trade at all today. But it is what it is. I'm up 200 bucks. I can't complain about that. The other thing is, if any of you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It'll help me put out more educational content for you guys, and it's good for me to grow the account as well. The other thing is, I have a free chat on Discord. I'll put the link down below if you guys want to pop into the chat room. There's a lot of good long traders, scalpers. If you guys want to pop in, ask some questions, or contribute to the chat room itself, that'll be pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the live video. Thank you. Alright, guys, welcome to the live trading part of this video. As you guys can see, I am in MRIN. I'm only holding 150 shares. I was in 300, but I took half for that VWAP bounce right there. It just pushed. This thing had a massive move the other day. I think last week, maybe 3-4 days ago. It was traded 250 million shares. So I'm using that area as a resistance level to short into. But this was just my starter share size 300, but it's working. It's going down, so I'm taking the profits. Nothing big. I'm up about $60 for the day. So I'm anticipating I want this thing either to go higher so I can add, or I want this thing to drop below VWAP so I can start taking profits. So that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for here. It looks pretty weak though. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit here so we get to see where I take the profits. A lot of red prints going through. I took some here. I'm only holding 75 shares. I know it's not a proper trade, but this is the way I want to execute it. Say you're in 2,000 shares, you start peeling it off as it's giving it to you. But with 300 shares, I should just held and wait. I should have waited. I'm just gonna fast forward again. completely out on this. Now I'm just sitting back and waiting for the next trade. As you guys can see, it's actually dropping furthermore, so the trade would have been, with the starter share size, I should have stayed a lot more patient than what I took it here, right? Because with the starter share size, you want it to go higher, but if it doesn't, you could stay patient, because even if it comes higher, it won't matter anyway, because you do want it to go higher. Alright guys, now I got back in again with short 300 shares Snapchat. I'm looking for this area. I cracked that support. I'm hoping it would crack and go lower. That was the idea. But if you guys remember GSX, that thing was doing the same thing where it puts in a bottom and it bounces from the, it cracks the bottom, but it picks up from the bottom and goes higher. So I'm really cautious. I'm watching the levels. If it comes up to the highs, back to support level, it goes higher, I'll take it for a loss, because I'm not gonna hold for the bounce all the way to $44. So it's coming up. I'm completely out. Yet again, that exit was, I took half only. That exit was pretty quick. What I should have done here was let it go to the levels, let it see what it does, let it test those levels, right? But I'm exiting pretty quick, which is a bad thing. I'm thinking about adding here if it rejects. But also, these things are not as volatile. They're very choppy. They go up, down, up, down. As you guys can see, I ate everything completely out. I'm down $16 on the day, which is absolutely fine. As I mentioned before, today I got back in again now. So that was a terrible exit when I took it. As I mentioned before, today there was not a single stock that was my A setup. So these things are just pretty much out of boredom and also like almost experimenting, right? As you guys can see on the 300 shares, I'm up a little bit. But I know, Snap was a pretty good trade, especially, for some of the people in the chat room. I'm pretty sure they made a lot of money on it. A lot of people that I follow on Twitter made a lot of money on it as well. It was the first red day. It was very liquid, which means you could have gone as much as you wanted. The problem for me is I am a bit off from this kind of place, because I tried to short GSX, and I got burnt in the front side a little bit. And it was doing a similar thing where it pulls back and then it bounces dramatically. So I am kind of terrified of those bounces, right? It wouldn't matter here though, because with 300 shares. Now I'm up $64 on the day. I mean, today was for me a no trade, but need to put a video out, and this is what I did, I guess. So this thing is at a halt. I'm thinking I'm seeing weakness here. Just jumped in. I traded before I MRN, 300 shares in. I got back in 600 shares now. I was hoping this could give me at least 50 cents or 60 cents or something like that. But as you guys can see, 4 is a massive wall. Every time it goes to 4, it bounces. So it's done that for the last 5-6 minutes, and now it's cracking. As you guys can see, I took half here. Now I'm only holding 300 shares. That was a very quick take. I should have stayed patient. Waited for that view up. That's what I usually do. I'll take a little bit off, half or 75%, 25% or half. I take for the view up bounce. Now it's cracking that view up. Took some there off. I'm only holding 150 shares. Now I'm about to be completely out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Help me grow this account so I'll be able to put better content for you guys. Thanks for watching guys, I appreciate it.